So, can you skip cardio and still get the benefits? So if you're like me and you really don't like treadmills or exercise bikes, I have good news for you. There is another option. Now, if you're looking at me and thinking, hey Greg, you could really stand to lose a few pounds, hurtful, but I agree. Now, here's the thing though. Cardio is not your primary way of losing weight. That comes from eating less. So it's not a workout issue, it's much more of a diet issue. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, cardio is much more about your heart health. And I have good news that there are other ways of actually getting a cardiovascular benefit without having to do a cardio workout. So if that sounds good to you, what I'm going to show you is a follow along workout using resistance training to get the benefits of cardio and more. So you get more out of your workout. So if that sounds good to you, join me in this follow along workout. We're going to be using resistance training to get that cardio burn. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to be starting by warming up our legs. So we're going to start with an exercise called a sit to stand. So for this, follow along with me and we'll get started. So for a sit to stand, you're going to bend your knees like you're sitting down on a chair and then stand up. So you could even do this in front of a chair if you would like. It's just tap that chair, stand back up. This is getting blood flow into the legs. We want to keep a constant tempo of this. So we're not stopping hardly at all during this exercise because we want to keep that heart rate elevated. So sit to stand. You can go about here if you need to, if that's as low as you can go. Think about sitting down on a low chair. So you can call this a sit stand. You could call this a squat as well. Doing about 10 to 15 of these. And then we're going to switch to our next exercise. So keeping that constant tempo, you should feel that burning in your legs. So we work those leg muscles. So your hands can be across your chest, out in front. Just for balance, that's fine. Whatever feels comfortable to you. And now we're going to go to our second exercise. This is called a golf pickup or a pickup. Hinging at your hips. So reaching down towards your toes, keeping your knees straight and your back straight. So hinging from the hips, you should feel this in the back of your thighs. Reaching down towards your toes. Imagine like you're trying to push your hips out, hit someone behind you with your hips. So you can even stand in front of a wall and try and push back towards that wall. We're warming up those large hinges, or that large joint, I should say, by doing a hip hinge. You might find that you're starting to breathe a little heavy. That's okay. Remember, we're trying to get your heart rate up as we're doing this too. Doing a couple more. Really trying to warm up that joint. So we're going to be grabbing some dumbbells if you need. If you feel like this is intense enough for you, do it without the dumbbells, but I'm going to grab just a couple dumbbells to up that intensity now. So we're going to go back to a sit to stand. Grabbing 2 dumbbells. From here, just put them right up on my shoulders and going back to sit to stand. And I'm trying to get about 10 reps of these. Really trying to keep my knees over my toes, sitting down, back straight. Doing as many as you can. Just feel that burning in your legs. Trying to have no pauses. And now letting the dumbbells go down to the front of your legs. Pushing your hips out to the back, doing a golf pickup, or the other name for this is a stiff-legged deadlift. I like a golf pickup better. So keeping your back straight, push your hips to the back, let those arms just hang down. Now, you shouldn't feel this in your low back. You should feel it in the back of your thigh, back of your hips. And we're doing no breaks to really try and keep that cardio going. So, if you're looking at your heart rate, should be elevated here. And last one, and relax. Bringing the dumbbells up to the top of your shoulders and going straight into sit stands. Feet about shoulder width apart, bending your knees, going down and up. Should really feel that burn. Should be breathing a little heavy. This is second set of legs. We're gonna try for 3 sets total. And dropping the hands to the thigh, pushing your hips out to the back, hip hinging into that pickup. So down and up. So if you're just joining us, we're doing cardio using resistance training. So if you hate the treadmill or the bike, then this is another option for you that will build your heart and more. And I'll go over those benefits at the end because it's going to give you more than just heart. Now, set the weights down. Gonna hold for just a minute. Check your heart rate. Grab a sip of water. Right now, my heart's at about 157, so it's definitely up there. So try and check your heart if you have a watch or something that can check it, or just hold here and count how many beats in 10 seconds. Grab a quick sip of water. We got one more set of legs to do. All right, it's been about a minute. Your heart rate should still be up. So, going back one more set. I wanted to show you, even though we're not doing dedicated cardio, your heart rate should be beating pretty quickly right now. So we're getting that cardio, that having to do anything with cardio machines. So going to sit to stand, one more set. Trying for 10 reps. Sitting down, standing back up. Halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dropping the weights down to the front of your thigh. Still feet shoulder width apart. Hinging to the front, keeping your back straight, legs straight, and pushing back with those hips. So don't think about leaning forward. Think about pushing back with your hips. Really stretch those hamstrings into a lengthened position. Two more, 9, and last one, 10. All right. So that was 2 exercises for legs. Gonna shift to 2 exercises for upper body. So I'm gonna use a resistance band for this one, wrapping it around a pole. Right at chest height. And if you have a cable, right at chest height. Now, if you have a different piece of equipment and want to know how you use that, let me know in the comments. From here, chest out, arms all the way back, and then pushing out towards the front. This is a chest press. Should still feel your heart beating as you're doing this. Keeping that heart going by continuing to be active. We're not slowing down between sets and between exercises. Two more. And relax. Now from here, keeping the band right at the same height, letting your hands pull all the way to the front. From here, pull back to your rib cage. This is a row. So going from a chest press to a row. So working all the major muscle groups of your upper body at the same time with no breaks. So we're using resistance training to still get a cardio effect. So if you hate the bike, that's totally fine. There's other options for you. And I'll tell you later why this is actually a better option than that bike, than the treadmill. Especially if you're trying to lose fat. One more, and relax. So that was our warm up for upper body. We're gonna go to a heavier weight. Now if you need to, you can stay. If that was a challenging weight for you, stay at that weight. But I'm gonna up the band to a double band to make it a little bit more challenging, to keep my heart going at that level. So check your heart rate right now. Where is it at? Mine's still above 150, or it just dropped below 150. It's right at 148. So as long as I keep going, it will stay elevated in that higher cardio zone. Going here, stepping to the front until you feel tension in the band, pressing out to the front, feeling that in your chest muscles, working all those pushing muscles towards the front, trying to keep your hands in line with your elbows, pushing out towards the front, keep that chest up. So you're opening up that chest. Trying for about 10 reps. Should be breathing heavy right about now. Should be burning in your chest. One more. Let's say one more after this. And switch to the other side. So now going into a row, no breaks. Pulling to the back, bending your elbows, pulling to your rib cage. Now, if you have cables, you could do this with cables as well. But I really like the resistance bands because they are an inexpensive option. Cable systems are a lot more expensive. So unless you're going to a gym, you usually don't have those, especially if you're just starting out. But bands are they're usually under 50 bucks. I think these were around $40 when I bought them. If you want a set like I have, there's an affiliate link down below that helps out the channel if you're interested. And switch back to the other direction. This is our second set of chest. So stepping forward, keep on going, keep that heart rate up. Right now I'm at 158. What are you guys at? You should be up in that elevated range. So if it's not quite 120, try a little heavier weight to see if you can get that heart rate to increase. But only go to what's safe. If you can't control the movement, don't feel like you have to go heavier. Two more. And relax. And now going back to our row, alternating between these two so there's no downtime between. Pulling to the back. One side is resting, the other side is working. So I'm working the pulling muscles and the pushing muscles, alternating back and forth. I'm really trying to bend my elbows, pulling to my rib cage, keeping my hands wide. I'm pinching my shoulder blades together as I pull to the back, working the muscles in the upper arm and upper back. Those biceps, the lats, the traps, the rhomboids, the posterior deltoid. And switch back to pressing. So stepping right between the handles, holding to the side. This is set number 3. So chest out, pushing out to the front. Gonna try for 4 sets today. Then we'll talk about what this is actually doing that gives you a larger benefit than just cardio. Two more. And last one. And relax. Should be getting real tiring right about now. So from here, pulling to the back, pinching those shoulder blades together. Really trying to bend the elbow, pulling from the whole back. Two more. Last one. And your muscles should be burning right about now. Got one more set to do. We're really maximizing how much load we're putting on the heart with this. So from here, chest out, pushing out towards the front. Trying to keep your chest up, going all the way back, bending those elbows, and then out towards the front. 8, going for 10, 9, last one, and 10. So we get more and more tired, it's gonna be harder to hit the same reps. This is our last set. Doing rows, pulling back to the rib cage. I'll go right over here so you can see a little easier. So I'm pulling to my rib cage, really bending that elbow. Nine, one more, and 10. And relax. Grab a drink, check your heart rate. So you should be able to see heart rate is actually elevated all the way through this exercise. So we're getting a cardiovascular benefit of doing resistance training without ever having to do anything with the treadmill or bike. Now here's the thing though, there's more benefits that come from resistance training than just cardio. We are getting a benefit to our cardio, but we're also benefiting our muscles. We're increasing muscle size. We're pulling on the bones to strengthen bones. So increasing the mineral density of your bone. But here's the thing that's really huge about resistance training and that I think most people will care about. We're prioritizing what tissues are losing weight when we're trying to lose weight. So when you're doing resistance training, losing weight, instead of it being some of your muscle and some of your fat that you're losing, it prioritizes keeping that muscle. So that means we're losing more fat. Say I lose 5 pounds without resistance training, some of that is going to be fat and some of it's going to be muscle. But if I was to do resistance training and prevent that muscle loss, where maybe I'm even gaining muscle during that time, now not only am I losing more fat proportionally, but say I gained half a pound of muscle, instead of losing 4 pounds of fat and 1 pound of muscle, if I gained half a pound of muscle, but I still lose 5 pounds of tissue, that means it could be 5 pounds of fat or more because it has to overcome that muscle gain as well. So that's where I think resistance training as your cardio is a really good idea to prioritize that muscle tissue so you're keeping that muscle while you're trying to lose fat. So give that a try, let me know how it goes, and hope to see you guys next time. I host these live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hope to see you guys there.